Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Friends, that was stuck by Steve other recent.
Yep, time for another show. And this time I have gameplay video. Yeah, did another Pokemon Stadium stream earlier today. Eh, I was gonna go further, but it's like I needed to rework the team, which meant I had to stop Pokemon Stadium, get the game cartridge, get the Game Boy cartridge, go into that, change the move sets of my Pokemon, then had to put it back on the cartridge, and then register that team. I mean, once the team's registered, I didn't really need the cartridge until I actually do the cup that gets me the Surfing Pikachu. But you know, it, it's getting tough. uh, but yeah, I managed to get all the way to Blaine, so yay. Other than that, it's been a so week. Also did a Hypixel Skyblock stream I want to say last night actually. But yeah, it's like I'm slowly starting with the whole doing content creation thing again. But yeah, it's been okay. Work was all right. Like last night was okay, sort of a busy night. It was basically the a redo of what was originally the. So basically, on Valentine's Day there was supposed to be a big dinner, but then it snowed, so we were closed. This was like the makeup attempt. Like, okay, I know we got snowed out on actual Valentine's Day, but we still have we still have at least one musician, so like, hey, come on over. We got about half the people we were originally gonna have for Valentine's Day, but I mean, at least it was something. Um, what else? Yeah, I don't know. Just been kind of chilling and stuff. Got some new drinks. Tonight I'm actually enjoying a blackberry Dr. Pepper Zero. It was a bit weird at first, but you start to get used to it. And as the non-soda drink of choice, I have water that I poured some lemon juice into. So lemon water. Uh, but yeah, not much to go over. Like at some point, I really should like finish processing my Blu-ray rips, but it's like, I'm just my mind is just all over the place lately, and it's like I, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do a stream today because I was tired and I woke up late, but I managed to get something done. Again, I was hoping I would have gotten done with the gym leader castle and maybe done one of the cups, but it is what it is. Uh, yeah, I had to remember that in Gens 1 and 2 and Gen 3, I believe, they don't have the physical special split yet, which means Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Ice Punch are special moves, and thus are perfectly reasonable to put on an Alakazam. uh, Also learned that apparently Raichu can learn Light Screen, so hey, that'll be helpful. But yeah, other than that, yeah, not much to report. Just occasionally been doing Minecraft stuff on high pixels, high pixel skyblock. I'm having trouble speaking today. But thankfully, the Opera GX Discord plugin thing decided to work this time around, so I don't have to actually pull up the actual Discord program like last week. So yeah, that's not anything else. Um, yeah, I'll be getting my flippy drive for my GameCube so I can actually start using the Game Boy Player and play GameCube games on it. I mean, I could have done that on the with the Wii. That like it was the whole reason why I bought a original model Wii, but it's like whatever. It is what it is. So after I finish off Stadium and Stadium 2, I'll continue on with. Actually, maybe I will do before I finish those. I don't know. Like uh, I don't know. Like I want to do the Stadium games first and then return to Ruby, or have them come out concurrently, and it'll just be a whole weird chapter skip thing. I don't know. I think a thing I haven't actually edited any of the Ruby streams so far. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna have to relabel the chapters again. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, yeah, how was your week?
Well, I think it's kind of interesting starting on Sunday. Uh, Though I haven't managed to catch the weekend action of a different kind, mind you. As opposed to what was supposed to what would have been seen last year. As expected, something always has to. Rid of our site essentially. driver for tomorrow is going to be... Driver tomorrow gets... Under the weather, but thankfully... I'm going to take a word for it, though. Still sounds a little concerning. Things calm down a little bit. Things calm down enough to at least just to make her own events earlier today. Still was a pretty long we can basically try to avoid and govern her situation. So things hold up for tomorrow best. Last one. More details in regards to the action last weekend we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, the schedule got a bit wonky at times, but thankfully somehow managed. Well, so let's get some harvest. Not ones that I preferred. Might end up doing one of those periods again, although it's yet to be determined. eventually. Two with a lot of other realms. I thought at one point I would. I thought at one point it was going to be a bit. Going to be not quite as concerning, but still managed to get the sheet done and have some time to spare before getting started.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully things should be. But yeah, hopefully things should still go through tomorrow, and afterwards take a bit of a relaxation period, and hopefully the situation doesn't reach another concerning point, as it's currently 2 weeks for my next convention.
Okay. So, it's brain is just not all here tonight. But yeah, I got some ponies to talk about and some non-ponies. So, starting with ponies. So yeah, everyone's like having breakfast and stuff, and it's all great. And then Queen Haven shows up. It's like, hey, yeah, spa day with the girls. Thank you for take, thank you for, thank you for being fine with taking care of Cloud Puff for the day. Yeah, thank you so much. So it's like, so off they go, and but then before leaving, like, okay, Cloud Puff is usually fine, but she gets like all starts acting up, like, just give her a treat. So, like, okay, that's fine. So, Queen Haven, Pip, and Zip leave, and they're taking care of Cloudpuff, and it's all great. And they make sure to regularly give Cloudpuff a treat every now and then, just to make sure that, you know, stays well behaved and all that. And then, all right, so it's all going well and good, but it's the day's going on, and eventually they're running low on treats, but like everyone's like so like, yeah, Cloud Puff, ooh, and like they just love Cloud Puff, and well, uh, Izzy, it's like, uh, yeah, I'm sure Cloud Puff can go an hour without a treat, it'll be fine, and just gives Cloud Puff three treats at once. So Cloud Puff want treat, but there is no treat. Cloud Puff smash! Yeah, Cloud Puff goes into a berserker rage, and I was actually reminded of the dog Earthworm Jim. I know, kind of a retro reference there, but whatever. But yeah, oh no, Cloud Puff is going berserk, and Queen Haven's about to get back. Like, I'm approaching the door. I'm about to open the door. Thankfully, at the last minute, they find another treat in a bowl. So it's like, okay, we're saved. So it's all good. It's like Queen Haven doesn't know that Cloud Puff went without snacks, and now they know not to let Cloud Puff go without snacks. Yeah, that dog be crazy. So it's all good and well, and the girls that were taking care of Cloud Puff were like, yeah, spa day sounds good. Like, definitely need one of those after all this. Oh boy. But yeah, fun episode. Like, lesson learned. If your dog is like addicted, if you get your dog addicted to treats, it may cause issues in the future. So, time for the main event. The Netflix Carmen Sandiego series. The two-part premiere, to be specific. Now, I am roughly familiar with Carmen Sandiego. Like, I did used to play the games back in the day. Where like the whole thing was like, okay, you need to try to locate Carmen Sandiego, and in the process, you capture all these other people. It's like, but I didn't think they really ever really got much into the backstory of Carmen Sandiego. So that like her whole story was just like always kind of a mystery. But we'll get to that later.
Understandably, there were more of.
So
Understandably, the franchise up until this point was more of a teacher-based affair.
yeah,
And strangely enough, I know some people who unfortunately got into that. Unfortunately, couldn't understand the whole anti-hero, middle of the road kind of thing that I think the original series was going off with. So, if there had any embarrassment, that's been withdrawn thanks to this version.
Yeah. So the episode begins with an Interpol agent like tracking, like trying to locate where Carmen Sandiego will strike next. Like for a thief, well, she stands out. Like she wears a big red coat and red fedora, and always like kind of pops up in areas before she's gonna do a heist. Like always on like in pictures and film and stuff. Like just you'll know when she's about to strike next is what I'm saying. So yeah, and with him is this. I think it's more of a local police agent. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, this Interpol guy is like, I'm the one who knows all this stuff. Like, you just listen to me. And meanwhile, she's like, excuse me, sir, she's right behind us. uh, so yeah, to Carmen Sandiego. She's not alone in this. She's in contact with someone known only as Player, basically a white hat hacker who is it looks like he should be doing his homework at the moment. Like he looks very young, but yeah, he's helping her with like tracking stuff and locations. It's like he's the tech guy of the group. Not that Carmen is without tech herself. She has like hacking tools, grappling hooks, your standard gadget kit. So she gets to this place and it's like, okay, so there's so there's something hidden behind here. Oh look, candlestick. Pull the candlestick. Oh look, a vault. A vault appeared. Yay! Meanwhile, the Interpol agent's like, okay, gotta get up there, take the elevator. Going at like one, not 0.5 miles an hour, if that. Point is, it's going really, really slowly. Yeah, Carmen opens the vault, and inside is the Eye of Vecna. No, wait, no, Eye of Vishnu. Eye of Vecna, completely different artifact. Shout out to those who at least have rough knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, like, yeah, the Eye of Vishnu, priceless, priceless artifact. But Carmen's distracted by something. She saw something in that collection that she she thought she would never see again. But anyway, the Interpol agent finally gets there and it's like, okay, stop right there. So obviously Carmen gets away, but the agent chases after her, of course. But he's not the protagonist here. Like he's not winning this. So she manages to glide her way onto a train. Like okay, all good and safe. when suddenly, so this guy enters the room, but she knows this guy. Oh yeah, yeah. So he stuns the bag with the treasure out of her hands and decides, like, okay, we're gonna talk. Like, okay, seriously, what happened? Like, why why are you doing this? Like, and why are you going by Carmen Sandiego? So, as a certain comic book reviewer would say, time for backstory. So basically, she was found on this island with nothing but Matryoshka dolls with her, and like no one knows what her actual name is, but she grew up on this island, and it's a particular island that is home to a thief academy, Bell Academy to be exact. So it's like not exactly a place for kids, but she she, she learns a lot just by being around. She's a bit of a prankster. It's like, hey, the bookkeeper's coming for the usual monthly data upload. I'm gonna toss a water balloon at her. But time goes on, and she she really wants to, join in the actual academy and become one of their agents. And during one of the water balloon, I believe it was during one of the water balloon incidents, or was it something else? I forget. But she picks up a phone, which for people in the academy, no bueno, no contact with the outside world, no no phones or anything, like strictly not allowed. Like, okay, cool, phone. So she hides it in the Matryoshka doll until one day the phone goes off. And this kid answers the phone. It's like, just letting you know, I've gotten in. And she's like, wait, got in where? Here? Yeah, you guys' security sucks. uh, yeah, she learns about white hat hackers, people who hack basically like, okay, we're testing your security. It sucks. Like, here's your weak points. Try to beef those up, okay? Like, oh, cool, contact with the outside world. Oh, and you're from the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. Neat. I believe it was Ontario. Yeah, she had a lot of people taking care of her when she was growing up, so she learned a lot about different cultures and locations around the world. But yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, she wants to be a proper agent. So she makes her claim to the council, and 4 out of 5 council members approve. With the Japanese samurai guy being the one dentist who doesn't approve of the toothpaste. Anyway, but yeah, she's joined the academy and she does really well. But yeah, she finally gets to meets up with who she's going to be rooming with, like the other trainees, and she gets along well with I believe it was Gray, who happens to be the guy who encountered her during encountered her. Can't speak. He's the one who showed up on the train. Like they get along fairly well. The other lady of the group, not so much. The other two guys, eh, they're not really important. So the training goes on, and so eventually it's time for the final exam. The Japanese council member's like, okay, you need to get this dollar bill for my kimono. Your pockets in here. You have 2 minutes. Everyone else did really well, but like she just could not get the dollar, and she thinks that there wasn't a dollar in there because he has never really approved of her. So think he, so she thinks he cheated. So yeah, Carmen's like one of the few who didn't actually pass the exams, and so everyone else becomes an agent, but she doesn't. But like, so yeah, she confronts the Japanese council member and like, I want to redo, and he's like, no. So basically, it gets to the point where she's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going on that mission. So she sneaks onto the helicopter with the rest of the group. Like, okay, we're over the area. Time to head out. And she realizes she made a bit of a mistake. She did not actually bring a parachute. So before he can dive out, she tackles Gray and holds onto him. Like, don't let go. And he's like, what are you doing here? So yeah, he tells her to stay put while they go and do the mission. So Carmen's just exploring and finds this archaeological site, and like talks to talks to the main guy there. Like, yeah, we just found this ancient relic, the Eye of Agamotto. I mean, the Eye of Vishnu. So many relics, so many ancient artifacts are called the Eye of whatever. Anyway, but yeah, and she were like, don't you think someone will try to steal it? And he explains that something like that with its history belongs in a museum. It belongs to everyone. But then she spots her group, her friends, and like, oh dear, this is the heist location. Uh-oh. So yeah, they're busy doing their schemes, and Carmen knocks out the. Oh right, Carmen. She's not known as Carmen at this point yet. She's known as Black Sheep because everyone has their own code name, but given that she didn't actually have a name, that's kind of what she got her code name early, basically, just so they would have something to call her. But yeah, she knocks out the other lady of the group, and yeah, Gray's like, seriously, you're messing with the heist. You know what? As they say, leave no witnesses. Because, yeah, the guy she talked to is also there. So he brings out the zappy stick and sets it to kill. At this point, Carmen is like, what the hell, dude? What the actual hell? Because, yeah, this was not what you signed up for. Or, well, it is what you were signed up for. It's not what she signed up for. She was in it for the thieving, not so much the killing of the witnesses afterwards. And it's revealed that, yeah, the people who passed the test are the ones who showed that they would do anything to accomplish their goals. Yeah, basically, Black Sheep wasn't willing to go to extremes to get what she wanted, whereas like the other lady, Tigress, she slashed at his kimono to get the dollar. showing that like yeah, nothing will stop her in accomplishing her goals and all that. So yeah, like but the place has other agents called cleaners. They actually, how should I put it? Hey, does this smell like chloroform to you? Basically that. And they take her back to the island, and yeah. So now she's under watch, and obviously they don't trust her. So like she she played the long game. She like okay, pretended like acted like she was studying and doing all that stuff, when really she was, getting ready to, get out of here and really screw with them. So the day arrived. The bookkeeper is here, and the bookkeeper always has a drive with them that basically like, okay, here's our list of criminal activities for the year. This is where we're making all of our money, and it's like a monthly upload to the server, or something like, or yearly, monthly, whatever. Point is, it gets uploaded to the server on the island, not remotely because that wouldn't be secure. So the the goal is get the drive, get out. But not so easy. Oh yeah, there's also a mine there. Yeah, it's like when the first time she made her escape, the mine came into the council. It's like basically one of the council members was like, "Why did we think it was a good idea to make a mime an agent?" So he's miming out like a bird flying. I mean, chicken flying. Chickens don't fly. Flew the coop? Yes. He doesn't actually say yes, but it's like that's what gets them in on that black sheep left. Now the gym, the coach of the council does seem like she actually does care for Black Carmen or Black Sheep or whatever. Don't know how much of it is like you know being professional and all that, but I don't know. But yeah, back to the current escape sequence. So unfortunately, she missed the first chance of getting the hard drive, so she follows the bookkeeper into the secure elevator. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just a techie. I have to take care of some loose cords and stuff. Also, sorry about the whole water balloon thing. That was very immature of me. I apologize. So it's like, yeah, so bookkeeper leaves the elevator with the drive, except she doesn't. Because Carmen had a special toolkit with her. Now, one of the tricks of the trade is the bait and switch, where you swap two items that are very similar physically, that may have different insides. Now, the drive and the toolkit were shaped roughly the same, so she has the drive, but has to get out of there. Unfortunately, when the bookkeeper notices that she doesn't have the drive, she set, sets up the alarm. So yeah, this is bad. But hey, the boat's waiting there. Carmen Black Sheep can get out, but yeah, it's on lockdown now, so that's not great. But after a firm scolding from one of the council members, the bookkeeper's like, "Okay, I did my part. The rest of this has nothing to do with me. Can I please leave?" And there's like, "Okay, okay, fine." Okay, just let me go get my coat. Said coat happens to be a particularly red trench coat and fedora. This is where she got her signature outfit. So yeah, disguised as the bookkeeper, she heads out the door and to the boat. But before she can get there, word gets out like, okay, yeah, lady in red is not a lady. So the other guy that usually travels with the bookkeeper, he's like, okay, got a harpoon gun. I'm not afraid to use. Oh god, the face. So yeah, he gets knocked out. Like, okay, they're after me. I have to get out of here. How do I start this? Oh right, keys. That guy has keys. So she grabs the keys, starts the boat, and gets away just before the samurai council member can get to her. Also, throughout this whole thing, she's been in occasional contact with the player. So like, okay, she's away. Okay, so you're doing the whole tracking thing. Can you tell me where I am right now? Because yeah, she was born here. She's never properly left aside from on that helicopter, so she has no idea where she's located. So it turns out it's in the Canary Islands. But like, okay, got this finished. What do we call you? Like, can't call you Black Sheep. So she looks at the inside of the coat, and it's a Carmen brand coat, I believe made in San Diego. And thus we get the name Carmen Sandiego. Now, throughout all this backstory and stuff, you've been seeing the Interpol officer trying to chase after the train in his car, while the other person, the person he was with, is with the police actually investigating the crime scene. Yeah, it turns out what they thought was a proper theft was actually full of a bunch of stolen stuff. And she puts out the idea that all these different locations, what if Carmen Sandiego is a thief that steals from other thieves? But he's not, the Interpol agent's not having any of this. But I imagine he's going to be a persistent character in this. The quick anime comparison, the Zenigata to Carmen's Lupin. But yeah, so backstory over. Yeah, Ray wanted to know, like, okay, what, seriously, what is your deal? So that's all done over with. So, like, okay, he tells her that, like, okay, the council is willing to let this all slide. They're fine with giving you a pardon. You've proven yourself. Come back, join us. But yeah, I'd say that ship sailed with the attempt, actually, probably successful murder after she was knocked out. Like, we didn't actually see the guy get killed, but given that their other agents were there and she got knocked out, odds are that archaeologist dude is dead. Now that I think about it. So yeah, at this point, Jesus wants to stick it to Vile Academy. It's like, hey, screw you guys. Yeah, I'm a thief, but I'm a thief to screw with you guys. And besides, it's what she knows. So yeah. So it's like, okay, fine. You're not gonna join us. I'll get rid of. I'm just gonna get rid of Smooth's threads. So he sets the stun rod to kill. But she gets it out of his hands, and oh no, biometric scanning doesn't work for her, and he gets hit in the face. One of the other lessons they learned is always protect the face. So many people that didn't properly learn that lesson. So the Interpol agent shows up on the train and gets into the train car and like, okay, person in red trench coat and fedora, Carmen Sandiego. It was actually gray that Carmen fitted the trench coat. Oh yeah, when she got on the train, she actually dressed more casual. But yeah, Carmen got away. But yeah, apparently she's being tracked by someone else. Don't know who, because that's something for another episode. But yeah, really, really interesting episode set of episodes. Oh yeah, how Gray found her. So this whole time you're thinking, oh yeah, she grabbed the eye of Argon. I mean, the eye of Vishnu. Hey, I have to fit as many eye artifact related references as I can. But in actuality, it was that thing she recognized. A particular set of Matryoshka dolls that she grew up with. Yeah, it turns out that place that she stole from was, I guess, Miles' storage location for when they're actually selling the goods. And Gray actually placed that there in order to track her. So yeah, so she got away, but there's more stuff with Miles to take care of. More stuff to steal just to screw with them. And yeah, it was it was a really fun episode or set of episodes. It was a two-parter. Yeah, fun all around. And honestly, I might possibly check out the show a bit more because I'm intrigued. Like I wish to know more. Let's see what else. There was a reference that I noticed during the episode that I can't remember. Uh, hold on. No. I will find that reference. Oh wow, it's gone on for 4 seasons? Ah, cool. It. Anyway, yeah, really fun. Also of note with the pony episode, being an animatic, they don't have the proper music. But when Cloudpuff was going on a rampage, like, oh, hello, Beetlejuice theme song or theme music. Uh,
I mean, I wonder if it's part of fan finishings with these interesting music choices, but probably just me.
Yeah.
Over time, you'll begin to notice some of the
Uh,
more nerd aspects of some of the characters. One of them being a bit more rational, the other doesn't always think of this happen. At the same time, it provides some hilarious shenanigans.
yeah. Yeah, like it's really fun show so far. I mean, for the first two episodes anyway. Um, yeah.
One note I forgot to mention, the player was one note I meant to mention. One note I meant to mention. One player was only in shadows in the original cartoon. So in this case, actual person, actual person this time, and
Yeah. Like, yeah, just flesh out all the characters.
quite a bit more in terms of hits and ratings and a few other things.
Oh, now I found it. So, basically, when she was talking about like her upbringing, learning about all those places, Istanbul, not Constantinople. They might be giants. That's the one I was looking for. Thank you, TV Tropes Shoutout page, for helping with that one. uh,
I need to listen to more of that band.
yeah. They're actually going to be coming to Portland this year, but unfortunately, I missed out on buying the tickets early, and they're like really expensive now. So it's like maybe another time. Okay.
Looking back at some of the upper faculty, as they'll turn out to be. I'm quite quite surprised I forgot. Quite surprised I've forgotten how more soft, putting the coach was.
Yeah.
Trust me, though, as we go on, you'll begin to realize that with her build, she's not one to mess with.
Yeah.
And whilst we're on the subject of faculty, Resident Samurai, trust me, will have a pretty critical role as time goes on. And of course, if that scientist, the scientist, the upper class, of course, stuck in. Class for that with very low in terms of consideration. I dare say my favorite one, most ones to remain. Small spoiler. I suppose it's with Tucker and. Reiner seems to have that authority from a mind standpoint. And over time, you'll probably understand.
Yeah.
Two of the classmates you'll find over time will be working together quite a bit. Their positions turns out to be a little bit different from each other. Also, gonna have to get used to some of the puns they'll throw out occasionally, particularly with the Mime's codename.
Yes. Mind bomb.
exactly if I go too far to say actually killing at least until probably somewhat later points, but I probably think more along the lines of Amnesia with the guy she tried to save, but got eventually knocked out.
So, yeah.
Quite interesting though, I'm sure to the correct name and later on what the actual letter stood for. Probably good time to mention here, it still really helps it stand out amongst other versions that have come before. But the security isn't as sucky as once the certain layers are triggered, there's a communication scramble. Also, relationship with Gray, or Crackle as he's been codenamed, can become an interesting factor as time goes on.
I imagine so.
Also, one thing you forgot to mention, but as we were closing, but as the second part was closing out, Interpol is not the only one, but Interpol and Valve will be the only ones that are tracking her, to say the least.
Yep.
But the other part of the franchise we'll get to next time. But yes, quite a lot of interesting details you have to pay close attention to as time goes on. casting shows some Resident Evil movies, or at least I think at least two of the front runners are Netflix veterans. But there's Finn Wolfhard, who has also done a couple other things, including The Addams Family. Jenna Rodriguez, I get a feeling both of them were Stranger Things acquaintances at some point. That we could be wrong by that. Though out of all the quote-unquote featured performers, I've so far met only two regulars. Carrie Belgreen, who becomes Tigress, and Charlotte Chung, Agent Arnett. Hopefully I can track down the others at some point. But as I said a year ago, back in 23, as that series was then laid out, I basically ended up marathoning the entire series, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey for the both of us.
All right. Moving into some news. 82 developer, 82 developer Supergiant Games says it has no plans to replace any of its voice cast after one actor said they were concerned strike action may affect the role. Oh, that's good to know. Remedy's Sam Lake and indie developer Lucas Pope are said to be honored at this year's Game Developer Choice Awards. Apparently, From Software didn't want to work with Sony on what would become Dark Souls because it was so disappointed by the way it had treated Demon Souls, according to Shuhei Yoshida. Company of Heroes Relic Entertainment has revealed a fan sports style strategy game Earth vs. Mars, which is releasing this summer. Bethesda is offering fans a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to appear in Elder Scrolls 6 via a charity auction. Elden Ring Night Elden Ring Night Rain will seemingly receive extra bosses and playable characters via DLC, according to now removed text on the game's Steam page. Horizon Forbidden West is getting an official LEGO set later this year. The Cat and the Dragon novels and manga get a TV anime. Apocalypse Hotel anime reveals an April 8th TV debut and a manga spin-off. The guy she was interested in, What Is It a Guy at All anime has been confirmed. Please put them on, Takamine-san anime reveals more cast and staff and songs and an April 2nd debut. Furia Kai's My Status as an Assassin obviously exceeds Heroes light novels that is in the TV anime in October. I'm the Evil Lord of an Intergalactic Empire anime reveals an April 5th TV debut, more cast, theme song, and artist in the video. Bochi the Rock anime is getting the second season with a new director. Tiny Toons Luniversity new episodes will stream on Max on March 22nd. Got an official promo for new Teen Titans Go episodes, with them premiering on Cartoon Network on March 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Amazing World of Gumball movie is still in the works and has not been canceled. The movie could be changed and could be made differently. Eric Bauza believes box office success of The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie, could lead to the Coyote vs. Acme release. Quote, if this movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie, gets a lot of money, then we might see Coyote vs. Acme. Apparently Disney has dropped anti-Walt disclaimers from classic movies and changes Disney Plus warnings to almost nothing. WrestleMania 42 will happen in New Orleans, Louisiana on April 11th and 12th. John Malkovich says filming The Fantastic Four was a very odd experience because nothing is really there except giant screens and 18 epic frames. Quote, it's quite odd in that way, but it was fun. The cast was fun. We'll see how it goes. Spider-Man 4 has been delayed by 1 week to July 31st, 2026. Marvel and DC will be releasing 2 new one-shot crossover comics later this year. This follows the recent new printings of past crossovers between the companies. AC Comics announces Supergirl, a new ongoing series from writer-artist Sophie Campbell, launching this May. The book follows Kara returning to her hometown of Midvale to find that an imposter Supergirl is already there. insert Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man who's pointing at Spider-Man dot JPEG here.
That, and it could be something to do with the multiple variants that have been appearing following Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Or that works too. Got the first trailer for Among Us 3D, described as a first-person version of the game with no VR required. The countdown has been launched for a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater announcement on March 4th. I believe on one of my forums someone was saying that they might be shadow dropping Tony Hawk 3 and 4. Apparently the Illuminati were going to appear in Captain America Brave New World at one point, but they're now teased in the post-credits scene instead. Quote, let's just say things are purposely left vague in that post-credit for a reason. George R. Martin says that there are talks about making an Elden Ring movie. Hawkeye Season 2 is being explored. Quote, we can kind of revisit it whenever, and we're looking for opportunities to do that, according to Brad Winterbaum. Avatar The Last Airbender sequel series, Avatar 7 Havens, is in the works at Nickelodeon. It will consist of 26 half-hour episodes over 2 seasons and will follow earthbending twins after a world-shattering disaster where one discovers she is the new Avatar after Korra.
News ahead of legacy characters.
Yep. Let's see now. Human Torch and The Thing are joining Marvel rivals. James Bond producer Barbara Broccoli has had meetings with the likes of Aaron Taylor Johnson before handing over creative control of the franchise to Amazon. Quote, they were just as kind of an they were just as kind of an ongoing keeping your eye out on who's around. They wanted to know what they wanted to do next before they thought of the right person for it. Marvel Comics announces Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, a 5-issue limited series launching this May from writers Denise Camp and Cody Ziegler and artist Jonas Schwarf. Sharf? S-C-H-A-R, Sharf, I think. The series will follow Miles Morales as he finds himself transported to the new Ultimate Universe. Because the old one got destroyed, and that's why he was in the main universe, but now there's a new Ultimate Universe, which is not the same as the old one. Marvel Comics announces Captain America, a new ongoing launching this July from writer Chip Zdarsky, artist Valerio. It looks like it's pronounced shitty. That doesn't sound right, but like that's just how it's spelled. Schiti. Anyway, and colors Frank D'Armada. D with an apostrophe Armada. The first arc will be a flashback story that details the immediate events following Steve Rogers coming out of the ice. Marvel has paused development on 3 TV shows, Nova, Terror Incorporated, and Strange Academy, which was expected to focus on Wong. The monkey from The Monkey has revealed their 4 favorite films: Toy Story 3, Gremlins, Legally Blonde, and Final Destination. This is interesting. Apparently, a cyber criminal group threatened to release secret information about Paddington and his creator after the set creator's agency was hacked into. They have refused to pay the ransom. That is interesting. A Robot Chicken 20th anniversary special will release on Adult Swim this summer. Ethan Hawke says he finds it crazy that some actors are casting movies based on Instagram followers. Quote, sometimes I'll be setting a movie up and someone will say, oh, you should cast Susie. I'm like, who's she? She has 10 million followers. I'm like, okay, cool. Has she acted before? No, but... And you're like, wow, so this is going to help me get the movies made. This is crazy. But, it's only going to get worse.
Hey, maybe they'll give her some quick courses. Because for some reason I'm now thinking of Lindsay Lohan headed down towards the Ridge Petty driving experience to prep for Herbie Fully, Herbie Fully Loaded.
Right. Daniel Craig reportedly dropped out of Sergeant Rock due to scheduling conflicts. However, some say he soured on the role after Queer, his previous film with Luca Guadagnino, failed financially and in awards season. Jeremy Allen White is now one of the names making the rounds to potentially star. Jack O'Connell has been cast in the Godzilla Kong sequel, in theaters March 26, 2027. Will Smith says that a couple sequels to his movies are in the works. Hancock 2, and they plan to approach Zendaya for a role, as well as I Am Legend 2. Apparently, he and Michael B. Jordan sat down for about a week to go through some character stuff. IDW announces a new line of Godzilla comics set in the post-apocalyptic Kaisei universe? I don't know what that is. The line launches this July and features books from writers Tim Seeley, Ethan Parker, Griffin Sheridan, and Chris Gooch, and artist Nicola Zizmazija, Pablo Tunica, and Oliver Ono. Kitao Sakurai is set to direct the Street Fighter movie in theaters March 20th, 2026. Creature Commando Season 2 has been put on a fast track in development. Marvel executive Brad Winterbaum says they are exploring bringing back more of the Defenders characters into the MCU. Quote, I can't say much, but I'll tell you that it's so exciting to be able to play in that sandbox.
So it's possible we might actually get Silver Surfer and Namor.
Tom Holland says Target staff wouldn't sell his own non-alcoholic beer Zero to him because he couldn't prove his age. Quote, he wouldn't accept my ID because it's English, and I couldn't prove my age. Uh, Marvel rival support team from Seattle has been laid off. Warner Brothers Discovery is rebranding Max from using blue color to likely some combination of black and white. Epic Games has sued a Fortnite tournament player for cheating, which resulted in his account now being banned for life, being forced to donate his winnings to charity, and being required to make an apology video admitting to cheating.
Nothing in comparison to Blitzchung Gate,
Yeah,
where the winnings were confiscated.
yeah. Robert Pattinson says he finally knows what the Batman 2 is about. Quote, Matt is a very careful writer, and I finally now know what it's about. It's very cool, and I'm very excited. Apparently, the sequel to The Wild Robot is definitely in the works. Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan wants more good guys to lead stories after characters like Walter White, Darth Vader, and Hannibal Lecter have become too inspirational. Quote, viewers say, man, those dudes are badass, I want to be that cool. When that happens, fictional bad guys stop being the cautionary player that they were created to be. Robert Kirkman tells us that new seasons of Invincible are expected to be released annually. Quote, I can't guarantee that will be coming back in early February every single year, but that is the goal. Dean DeBlois says they treated the How to Train Your Dragon animated film like it was a test screening when making the live-action film. Quote, that first movie was made in a rush, and I'm super proud of it, but there are things that we could have done even better. Genesis Evangelion anime is getting an extended reality game in 2026. Apparently, they're planning a trilogy of games based on all 26 episodes of the original television anime. Night of the Living Cat anime FBL's second promo cast in a July premiere. But furry, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Novelist has finished the story. Yeah, finished after 573 chapters. My Dress Up Darling manga ends in its next chapter on March 21st. Apparently ending rather abruptly. The Digimon and Godzilla crossover toy has been teased, which looks like a War Greymon with the Godzilla back spikes and tail, and one of the feet being a Godzilla foot. Actually, one of the halves is more Godzilla than War Greymon. Okay, cool. Samurai Pizza Cat is getting a new action RPG. I know, weird, right? Who would thought like, oh yeah, Samurai Pizza Cats, I want to play that video game. Yeah, coming to all major platforms and PC via Steam in 2026.
Second season of Pochi Rock
Which I believe the original.
announced.
Oh, go ahead.
Second season of Pochi Rock announced. Anyway, you were saying?
Oh yeah, I believe the story of the English dub of Samurai Pizza Cats is like they didn't actually get any of the script, so they basically had to wing the entire thing. Like they just made up stuff as they went along. Kind of similar to what happened with Ghost Stories, or in that case, it was such a failure in Japan, and they basically got told like, okay, you can do whatever. Uh, Ascendance of a Bookworm's second part manga will end in the next volume. Some of the Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy crossover cards have been revealed. Part of the what was it? It's part of a particular subset. Uh, anyway, yeah, I got Terra, Cloud, Titus, Strolla as like the main structure deck cards. Got a starter set with Cloud and Sephiroth. Also got a Jumbo Cactuar, which is rather funny because like in a game with that attacking defense is typically single digit, when it attacks it gets plus 9,999 attack. Yeah, that one that card's a bit silly. Yeah, a whole bunch of cards. Along with a few cards that are basically reprints of other cards but with the Final Fantasy coat of paint. Thankfully, this is actually a proper set and not one of those what's it called? Secret lair drops, where it's like once it's out, they're sold out, it's sold out. Like I was kind of interested in like the Marvel set for that, but it got sold out so quickly. It's like, nope, not giving that. So yeah, this is an actual set with like booster packs and everything. They also recently announced that there's going to be a Avatar: The Last Airbender set as well. Oh, apparently they also announced this three secret lair sets for Final Fantasy that are basically reprints of other cards, again with the Final Fantasy coat of paint. So yeah, that's something I'm definitely gonna look into. At some point, I also want to pick up the Doctor Who Magic the Gathering cards, because those were cool. Not to play them, but just like kind of have them as like a neat collector's item.
So apparently Kaizai is a fictional type of radiation created for a specific universe, and Godzilla was mutated from exposure to it.
Okay.
And of course, normally Kai is part of Kaiju, so my guess is this is a interesting form of origin for those monsters. Let's highlight for the SNL 50th anniversary. Paul McCartney, Paul McCartney performance conclusion. Hakuna Matata remix featuring Nathan Lane. Jack Nicholson making a rare public appearance.
Monster Train 2 has been announced with a demo available on Steam. I had fun with the original game. I believe it actually also had a My Little Pony mod, so that was fun.
And the current SL version of Jeopardy, got new skits, Kenan Thompson, Eddie Murphy, Tracy Morgan, Chris Rock amongst the stars of that. BAFTA highlights. Walter Cry Vengeance Fowl, Best Family Film, and Best Animated. Conclave winning Best Picture and Best British Film.
Switch has announced that they're implementing a 24-hour storage limit for highlights and uploads starting April 19th, 2025, and delisting the rest. That sucks.
That's going to affect clips, though. I just hope this doesn't affect exports.
Nintendo Gold Coins are going to be discontinued on March 24th. Hello? Okay, yeah. Uh, Microphone issue there. Don is shutting down its App Store on Android. So that's a whole thing, I guess. anyone actually use the Amazon App Store on Android? Tomb Raider Collection 2, which will include a new version of a PC exclusive level.
Sky Secret comic release. Apparently some Applejack can be found in the new TF2 update. Consider new bunnies for
These classic. Oh, go ahead.
Consider new bunnies for Tell Your Tale Third Special. Specials 3 and 4 are the only animatics left apparently. Scripts and concepts for the remaining 14 episodes will be shared as per usual.
Key's classic visual novel Air is coming to Steam with an official English translation for the first time on March 5th.
So I'm going to get some sense of what they had written out. Partially so you missed this one, but Idris Elba joins expanded Powerhouse Investments group at Cairo Race Co. Basically, he'll be involved in a Formula E team.
Okay.
So it's sort of rather race in another this rebound in the previous races. New heritage welcome added to the UP fleet, honoring Lincoln. NG-15 completed the test to win for. Should hopefully be in public service pretty soon. corporation cadence. Concerta qualified for pre-activate process 5 frequency rail project on the Toronto Quebec corridor. Illinois Road Museum receives donation of F40C from Metra. Steamtown's Bullard 2 almost back together. Circle Park Trace again. Hosting a sip pot scramble. Tennessee Valley Steam returns the beginning of March. Delix and Clementine to appear at Greatest Gathering. Savannah Lander suffers setback. There's a Y-Rail 2020 fun train show. And our condolences for this week go to the friends family of Lady Mary Stewart, Pete Playhouse, Sunny Philadelphia, American Graffiti, Peter Jason, Mortal Kombat, Papa Clan, 09 Triple Crown Contender, Julian Holloway, Bond Jr., Regular Show, and Victor Antonov. Half-Life 2 and Dishonored. I intend to make that more like the others. Over down here, but over down here, but that should set us up for the coming month.
Okay, looks good.
So like I said, hopefully things don't good news for the coming happening things technically. As well as the event in 2 weeks. And looking for 2 bit more of the lamp. So, and which stay safe, stay well, good next, give us a print. Hopefully we will see you next